This is the national news forecast for the United States of America. New update. Please be careful around beaches. Scientists have discovered something called wave erosion. Wave erosion is the breaking down of rocks on the beach by waves. It can also transport waves to other places on a beach. There are many ways that this can happen. One way is impact. A wave can come up with such pressure and land on the ground that it breaks down all the rocks near it. If you are near a beach, this can hurt you. Also, waves in shallow water can pick up sand and lots of other sediments, and they can throw it onto the beach, which damages rocks, and it can also hurt you. This can also push sediments and sand onto the beach and form new beaches or add to a pre-existing one. Another way is for sand from under the ocean to just be pushed up onto the beach by waves and just be pushed all the way up the beach. This can also happen the other way, and when sand is pulled down from the beach and back into the ocean. This pretty much destroys a beach and can make it completely disappear. If animals or humans are living on this beach, it will endanger them. This clip shows more effects of wave erosion. What she has is a metal tin full of sand. It is a replica of a beach with a pile of sand that goes up to a certain height. We'll now make some fake waves with the water. As you can see, the waves are going up onto the sand, and this pile of sand here is just always changing. You can see the shape moving, and the bottom of it is sinking, so it's changing the height of it. So we can see that the height has gone down. This is interesting because the same thing happens on beaches. The waves just come up onto the beach, and it does so many different things to it that the beach is always changing. If you were to go to a beach every day, you wouldn't notice much different, but because you're seeing it change. But if you were to go to a beach once a year, you would be shocked because a beach changes so much. And these things happen every day. They happen all the time because waves are always hitting the surface. In this diagram, we can see two types of wave, which are destructive waves and constructive waves. In a destructive wave, this wave is very high in proportion to the length, and it has a breaking wave, which is the end of a wave because it's always going through the ocean, and at the end, it has to end somewhere, and it comes down onto the ocean with a great force, and that's what causes impact, which can destroy the land. And a swash is when sand is pushed up onto the beach, but a backwash is when sand is pulled away from a beach. So in a destructive wave, there's a very weak swash, so not much is getting pushed up, but there's a strong backwash, so sand is just getting all pulled back into the ocean, and this can completely make a beach disappear. Now a constructive wave is a very low wave in the proportion to the length, but there's no breaking wave, because otherwise that could damage the rocks on the beach and it wouldn't be very constructive. And there's a weak backwash, so not much sand is being pulled backwards, but there's a very strong swash, so it's just adding to the beach or making a new beach. That's it for today's forecast. And please make sure that you're careful around beaches because all these things that happens to rocks, similar things can happen to you on a beach.